Right, this is one you do know of.
Yeah.
Static X have announced the UK leg of their highly anticipated Wisconsin Death Trip 20th anniversary. You've got to correct me and I did it myself. Wisconsin Death Trip 20th anniversary tour this autumn, which will also serve as a memorial tribute to the late vocalist Wayne Static. Thoughts on this? First off, right, let's talk about the lineup. Let's talk about the lineup of the actual shows. Now, here's the thing. I was quite intrigued by this at first. And then I saw the lineup and I was a bit like, why are you bringing so many people out with you? And why are they so random? Wednesday 13. Dope.
Oh, yeah. I don't even know anyone. I remember seeing the Wednesday 13 name.
Yeah. What's it called? Soil.
Yeah.
I know. And then I was like, and then the tickets are nearly £35 for, and we only took the London show here, the Electric Ballroom.
Yeah.
And I kind of went, huh? What? Like, and that put me off. Now, I like the idea. I like the idea of what they're trying to do. There's something about it that has weirded some people out, and I looked into it and I thought it was a bit strange too, maybe a bit unnecessary, which is the masked vocalist is wearing a Wayne Static style mask,
right?
Like to look a little bit like Wayne Static, which might be a little bit unnecessary.
Yeah, I find that a bit odd, actually. Yeah, I find that very odd. Dressing up as the dead and pretending to kind of be him. You know,
the rest of the guys have put a statement about it and stuff like that, sort of saying, you know, it's not this, it's for this and so on, because it's such iconic hair and stuff like that.
No, look, it's the end of the day, it's their band, isn't it? They can do what they want with it. I think the idea behind it is nice.
Yep.
Any kind of common, you know, like remembering sort of thing is a nice thing to do. It doesn't sound. I mean, it's not a gig I'm interested in at all. I don't think it ever really was, and the main reason being is that I'm not going to put them in the same pot as Stained.
Oh yeah.
But I actually think that Static X, to me, weren't that good a band anyway.
Okay.
I like quite a bit more. I mean, I like a lot more than Stained. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I like a lot more. But I would never have put like Static X down as like one of the most amazing bands to come out of that era or anything like that. You know?
No.
I think we've actually done top 10s and stuff like that of bands that come out of nu metal, or at least we've talked about them.
Yeah.
Definitely never featured in mine.
No,
So
they
Static
wouldn't
X,
have done.
I'm not going to pay that much money to go to a venue to see a band that, again, for me, it's a nostalgia trip.
Yep.
For a nice reason, but it's a nostalgia trip. And the only way you could persuade me to go, or not you personally, but they could persuade me to go, is the rest of the bands on it. And like that, there ain't another one on there, and that's the problem.
That is a big problem for me.
I don't like Wednesday 13.
Yep.
Don't really care for Soil. I think I only know like one or two songs again from the past.
We'll stone you. Yeah, of course.
Do you know? So it's just like it's almost like a nostalgia gig.
Yeah, very much so.
The bands that are playing, aside from a chunk of Static X's work, I don't like.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you literally just set up a show that I would almost hate.
Well,
you've made it a bit expensive in a venue that's not the best, with a collection of bands I don't like.
You're not going, basically.
And I was like, no.
You're not going.
So,
I mean, I
can remember Wayne Static plenty of times at home when I put on like Cold or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. You've got more than enough ways to do it. And I've got one in myself, because initially I was interested, but like I said, the price and the bands put me off. I have seen Static X live. In fact, many, many, many years ago, with Wayne Static, Tony Campus on bass. I can't remember who the other was in the rest of the band, but the two always stand out. And I saw them at a tiny venue at Islington Academy in London that was half full on a Sunday night. And it's one of my fucking favourite memories of like, when I think back to my favourite gigs and stuff, it's one of my favourite memories. It was bloody brilliant. And like I said, I'm not a huge Static X fan, but I like a lot of their music. It's more select tracks here and there and stuff like that. But I just have really good memories of that gig. And I figure that's all I need.
Yeah, I mean, is the like ticket money going to like
I'm not
his
sure. I'd have to look
family
into that.
or charity or something? Do you know what I mean? Because pull like all those bands out on tour with you, it's going to cost a few quid.
Oh yeah.
So, and I would imagine, you know, I'm trying to think of a positive reasons that I would want to go, and it's hard to because you only go to gigs for the bands and the music, you know, and I'm not seeing enough in the lineup for me to want to do it.
Yeah.
She's trying to think of other things, and don't get me wrong, the idea of remembrance is lovely. You know, if it was like it's 35 quid because 50% of the ticket fee is going to this charity, do you know what I mean? I could understand.
I should have looked into that, yeah.
Which it might be, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, once you're in there, It is just bands and music. That's what it is, you know. And if you're not a fan of any of the bands pre it, you're essentially going to pay £35 to go in and see.
That's basically what it comes down to.
You know,
if you love Wednesday 13, if you enjoy a bit of soul, if you enjoy a bit of dope, and you want to, I mean, you are probably getting great. You are getting great value for money.
Gig then, isn't it?
Yeah, you're getting great value.
Less than a tenner for each band.
Yeah. Wednesday 13 is a big, like, as much as we don't particularly care for him as an artist, it's a big name.
Big name. And pulling a crowd on its own.
Exactly.
I'm surprised they're not at a bigger venue, to be honest.
When I saw the Ballroom, I was quite surprised because I figured that, but then maybe like I said, maybe it's better to sell the Ballroom out.
Yeah.
Than have a half-empty forum.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, maybe that's what they're going for.
Well, they just do what a lot of bands seem to do these days, which is they either overbook or underbook, and then the venue just keeps changing as it gets nearer the date.
There's that,
Oh, we've sold out. Let's go to a bigger one.
Yeah. What's bigger after the Ballroom? Well, probably the Forum, innit? Yeah.
We haven't sold anything. Let's go down.
Yeah, back to the underworld.
Let's go to Carl's bedroom.
Yeah.